We stand at a decisive crossroads, with rising geopolitical and geo-economic tensions, massive technological change, and a host of social and environmental challenges. We are pushing planetary boundaries to their limits, with climate change and threats to biodiversity and oceans as just a few examples. Significant impacts are being felt, and both people and planet face potentially catastrophic and irreversible consequences. The current system is clearly not working anymore for people or the environment. In today's linear economy, we take resources from the ground to make products, and we usually lose the raw material completely when we no longer want them. Take, make, waste. This linear system leaves economic opportunities untapped, depletes resources, pollutes and degrades the natural environment and its ecosystems, and creates significant negative social impact on local, regional and global scales. These linear models are man-made and stand in contrast to nature, which does not know any waste. Everything is food for something else. The leaf that falls off a tree is not lost, but rather becomes nutrient. The perfect circular system. So I believe that we must design out waste, prevent pollution, localize economic activity as much as possible, use products and materials within planetary boundaries, keep them in use, and regenerate and restore natural systems. Unlike in recycling or upcycling, where the quality of the raw material is lost or reuse is limited to just a few cycles, the materials in the circle remain stable and endlessly useful. This also emphasizes the business aspect of the circular economy. It is infinite, because by design, the materials flow in a loop. So let me give you an example on clothing based on research by the Elmeg-Esser Foundation. Clothes are an everyday necessity, and for many an important aspect of self-expression. But every second, the equivalent of one garbage truck of textiles is landfilled or burned. An estimated $500 billion value is lost every year due to clothing being barely worn and rarely recycled. If nothing changes, by 2050 the fashion industry will use up a quarter of the world's carbon budget. Also, washing clothes releases 500,000 tons of plastic microfibers into the ocean every year. That's equivalent to more than 50 billion plastic bottles. Total greenhouse gas emissions from textile production at 1.2 billion tons annually are more than those of all international flights and maritime shipping combined. At the same time, clothing use has declined by almost 40%. Both developments are mainly due to the fast fashion phenomenon, with quicker turnarounds of new styles, increased numbers of collections offered per year, and often lower prices. By moving to a circular system, the industry can unlock a $560 billion economic opportunity. Realizing this opportunity requires new business models and collaboration across the value chain, production, marketing, and after-sale care to keep the safe materials in use. So why don't we move to systems where clothing and its packaging are made from safe materials? Fibers that are degradable, not refined by intensive chemical processes, and fully controlled and sustainable in their extraction. This holistic approach naturally introduces countless factors. Like, for example, for cotton grown, we could be using organic fertilizers, irrigated through rainwater harvesting, and protected using insect traps rather than chemicals. Co-planting with other crops also helps fix nutrients and assists with pest control. During the manufacturing process, byproducts are created, reused, and not wasted. As in the concrete example, seeds are processed into seed cakes, which are then used to produce vegetable oil and animal feed. This creates added value and returns nutrients to the natural system. During the production, no water is polluted by dyeing or refining, and the operation is guaranteed by renewable energy. However, in addition, each product is designed in such a way that it's returned when it's worn out in order to make new products from the recovered material. And this cycle is itself renewable. There is no waste. Renewable energy is also used throughout the supply chain, as well as machine-to-machine communication technology that allows devices to be dynamically switched on and off only when needed. If you want to take this one step further, all products and their packaging could be made from 100% safe materials to be completely compostable, and as such can be led back into the biological cycle in their entirety. To support our aim of effectively slowing down fast fashion and to reverse the current push rather than pull dynamic, we could also employ drop strategies. These not only ensure desirability, but also that only as many pieces are produced as are really needed, as production only starts after orders have been placed. So very simply, to save our planet, we need a circular society and economy.